Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. Here we are, continuing this scene with the Exarch here, and everyone gathered after the attack on... mostly on Lakeland, because, I mean, the Crystarium had the magic barrier, so...
It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Plan to meet him a second time? Why would you plan that? We need to kill him.
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Arm-Arang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Arm-Arang. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
Yeah, and also the possibility of a mine collapsing on your head and killing you dead. Although, how would the Scions die now, since their bodies aren't actually here?
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser Sin-Eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a Sin-Eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menphilia.
Kids say the darndest things.
If we travel to Arm-Arang, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Don't.
Oh, man up, you
Don't
pussy.
what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
She has exactly every idea what she's proposing. Thancred, I am going to bitch slap you.
But I do. I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation, but it all makes sense now.
The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? Love.
Oh. Emmett Selk is bitch slapping him for me. And emotionally. Which is worse.
Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions.
Well, worse in the fact that, I mean, emotional manipulation is far more devastating in the long run.
So, it's off to Arm-Arang we go.
Though sometimes a good slap can be emotionally devastating too, depending on the context for it.
I'll meet you at the gates.
reminds you of your father, huh? We ever gonna meet the twins' father? Tempered you, but that's what Ifrit does. Ah, well, it sounded the coolest, and people on the forums kept saying it for regardless of Primal. You remember how, like, way back in April when we were going through A Realm Reborn, Ifrit tempers people, if Leviathan drowns them, Ramu touches them, right? They had a different term for every single Primal. But for this, they've opted for tempered because that's one of the few times we see it happen in game, as when Ifrit does it to the Immortal Flames. And I guess that's like, you know, the primary effect took hold in almost every player's mind, and so every player referred to it as tempering, which honestly sounds the best to me as well. But I mean, I'm surprised they didn't give Zodiark his own thing. I also wonder what this line is in the original Japanese, because sometimes these lines they differ language to language depending on how the translators decide to you know, best localize it. Innate inability to conceive the nature of our universe, huh? Oh, no need of deception, but if you were lying, we wouldn't be able to tell, huh? I guess that speaks to what he just said about us being unable to discern truth of the universe. Oh, wow. Man. He is good at backhanded compliments. Okay, I switched to Dark Knight because you may have noticed Dragoon was level 77. Between last time and, well, the last video and this video, I went ahead and did a whole crap ton of experience points, leveling. And I got all 4 of his jobs up to pretty much up to 77. There was no remainder to give to Samurai, so Samurai is on the back burner. But we might be able to use it in the future for something. Dark Knight is the one that fell behind because the roulettes were kinder for healers. And I spent the bulk of my time when I didn't have roulettes working on Red Mage and Dragoon. So they're all caught up for now. Although we're still going to run out of story EXP at the rate we're getting it compared to how many jobs we have. Like even cutting it down to the 4 jobs, you know, we don't have enough. You know, like even if we get 1.6 million EXP per quest, that's only 400k per job. And we need over 23 million now to level up. So it's like what, like 2% almost? Not quite. More airships coming to land over Amarang. The part of the map that we've been to, with no discernible method for actually getting to the very southern part of the map, or the entire unexplored western half. Oh, look at Alice say, all worried about civilians and whatnot. Seems legit. Honestly, looking at young Menphilia there, it's so weird. And you'll see why a little bit later. So, oh, also, while I was leveling and doing all that, sometimes the queues took a while for me to get into dungeons, because that's my favorite way to level. It's also expeditious, because you can do fates while you wait on your queue. But I took the liberty of getting flying in Lakeland, I got flying in Ilmeg, and flying in Raktika as well. So, Clyde is doing pretty well on the flying front, as those are all the zones you can currently get flying in. Alright, well this is going to be jarring. We're going to go from a nighttime area, where it's actually nighttime right now, and to a place that is going to be bright as the dickens. Well, if we can ever stop having chats. Although honestly, once we get to the first aetheryte that's in here, I'm actually going to double back. And we're going to take a step back from the main story for a little bit to get a little bit more experience points in the form of the role quests. Because now that we're level 77, we can get 2 more role quests on each job. So that will be effectively like 3 mil per job. So pretty nice. But also the story.
Take comfort in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garik lie the hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
From a narrative perspective, I really love Amarang. I like everything that happens in Amarang, and I like the music, like meshing with a story like it does. I don't know, it sets the mood. Like this weird, calm sense of foreboding. Well, actually, I guess we'll be... Never mind what I said. We probably won't get to any role quest in this video. I guess I remembered wrong. I thought there was a 2 Aetherites on this side, and I was dumb for some reason. Oh, come on! We were just getting to the good, eerie part of the song, you jerk. Also, those aren't iguanas. Those are chameleons. Oh, you remember that, huh? You were there? At Mordsuk, huh? Mining shanty, huh? Lots of collapsing tunnels and things, huh? Well, I'm only the best customer thanks to the Exarch giving me that Vobert gold. I wouldn't have been a best customer at all. I wonder what Urianger is talking to. Shul's hole, huh? Trolley, huh? That might be a good idea. Though I doubt these people have seen them. A gondola, huh? Well, I know for a fact the gondola is defunct. I would remember traveling by gondola. Yeah, just ask the Yulmorans, man. They got airships. Oh, man. Maybe we'll commandeer one. Nah, that's not our style. Got a feeling it's gonna be the trolley. We can try the gondola. Might die, but eh. If I were Clyde, that would be my answer. Obviously the answer to that is no. Oh, did he just say that one gate isn't enough to thwart Clyde? Because let me tell you, well, I can't say a waist-high fence would thwart him because we're beyond that with jumping. But doors, on the other hand, I've thwarted him before. If they don't open and they're not targetable, he can't get through them. Talos, huh? Tiber Septum? Skyrim? No. We'll find out what the Talos is soon enough. But it is not the God King from Skyrim. Although, come to think of it, a lot of similarities between the Warrior Light and Tiber Septum. They started as plucky mortals. Well, I don't think I've got any special blood, but that remains to be seen, huh? I guess I looped around for no reason there. In Final Fantasy XI, there were two continents in the base game. One was the continent of Quan, or maybe Quon. It was spelled Q-U-O-N, and it was like all foresty and, you know, like grassland plains sort of thing, with like a weird gray desert in the very south, but a very lush forest in the north. And then north of the forest, where it was a snowy wasteland, a glacier. And, but it met the other continent on at a city called Juneau, which was like a grand duchy. And Juneau linked to the Quan continent in two places, but it linked to the other continent, the eastern continent, Mindartia, or Mindartia, depending on how you want to get with the T. And Mindartia was pretty much all sandstone desert, and Thanalan and the peaks and the fringes and the locks and Amarang are pretty much lifted straight out of Mindartia. Like, they would be at home there 100%. The zone names were different, but basically, I love this part of the song. There was the Saru Mugu Champagne, Marifatold Mountains, Tarongi Canyon, and what was the coastal area called? Buburamu Peninsula, I think. It's been a very long time. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, like, those zones were, they were something. And I'm reminded of them every time I come to Amarang and the other places I mentioned. Find stuff, huh? There's a trolley car. Yeah. Well, at least this is on my hunting log. My Clan Nutsy hunting log. Well maintained, huh? Someone's been maintaining these trolleys. But the track is maybe broken? Oh, no. Okay, track is fine. Just a little rusty. Let me guess. There's gonna be, like, food in this building or something? Maybe even people? Conspicuous cup. Slightly warm and has a fair amount of tea, steeped over long if the color is any indication. Remains within. How would you tell that your tea is over steeped? Would it be really dark in color or what? I steep, whenever I have tea, like an herbal tea, I steep it for 5 to 10. Occasionally I'll have like a caffeinated tea, like a black tea, but not very often. I mean, black tea is pretty dark, so... Looking at this golem, huh? Must be the Talos, huh? No person is meant to, huh? The Talos beareth more than a passing resemblance to golems of the source. Nor doth it appear to be the sole example of its kind. The proliferation of Talos fragments, as well as the enormity of the mechanisms here, suggest a considerable number were once in operation. Alas, this specimen and its fellows now lie lifeless and broken, and I know not how to repair them, that they might actually facilitate our passage through the gate. And without the aid of the Talos, even if thou wert somehow able to unbar the trolley's path, we would still have no means of propelling it. Oh, you got like supernatural hearing? Well, I guess he was. It wasn't an Archon for nothing. Am I gonna have to beat up some, like, kids or something? Suspicious man, huh? Well, he had enough time to speak after I beat the shit out of him, so I assume Clyde didn't kill him. Unless those were his dying words. I really hate this track part. When I first did this, like, I got interrupted by getting aggroed, like, 5 times. Well-muscled man, huh? Fresh-faced man. They got their butts beat. Don't look normal. A lovely lady of noble birth ventured forth in search of her lost love, joined by her two most loyal servants, sworn to follow her unto world's end. On their journey they met a sorcerer, as ancient as time itself. Moved by the lady's devotion, he offered to be their guide, and they turned up here somehow. I can only assume that you're being intentionally obtuse, but in the unlikely event that that's a serious conjecture. No, I suppose I am a bodyguard of a sort, but we have rather larger concerns than fairy tale romances. Though I would fain hear more of this ageless sorcerer and his heroic deeds. The trolley? The trolley! You should have led with that. We're always keen to discuss the trolley. We're both engineers in training, in fact. Jarek and Thaf, at your service. Technically, I'm a miner, and he does repair work, but our true passion is the trolley. We're working with a few other folks to get it up and running again. And before you ask, yes, it's true that there's a little in need of transport these days, but that's no reason to consign a miracle of mechanical innovation to dust. The mere sight of it traveling the track once again would make hearts sore. Mark my words. You'll hear no argument from us. What progress have you made thus far? Not as much as we'd like, truth be told. Spoke with Magnus, huh? Full knowledge of the trolley's operation, huh? Back to Twine, then, huh? Quest complete. Hey, level 77 Dark Knight. Alright. Aw. You think he'll be alright? Man, did Clyde accidentally kill the guy? Imagine if that's the case. Imagine if Clyde accidentally killed that dude. And those were his dying words. We'll have to pay attention to the dialogue here closely, because I don't think I ever see that Midlander ever again in the story, as far as my memory goes. The way I remember it, I thought that Clyde beat up the orange-haired muscle guy, but that doesn't appear to be the case. I guess young Minfilia is scared of falling. I remember how she did in Don Mick. No, another one of these things? Talk about annoying. this was also an annoying part of the story for me, because I just wanted to get on with it, and I kept getting aggroed by these stupid sheep things. And I think a little later, there's some aggressive rocks stuff, and I can't stand being aggroed by oval monsters, because they're just such a waste of time. You think they'd be able to? Well, I guess we did kick their asses, and they don't heal like we do, so that might be part of it. But you know, even though they take the upper portion there, you think they wouldn't have any trouble handling like a wolf or something, because like there's so many of them around where they do their work near the trolley. Target Urianger, please. Oh, what were they gonna do about the flood? Not a whole damn lot, I'll tell you that much. All right, we have the Aetheryte now, so. Delusional, huh? Alright, well, we could go talk to Magnus. Or we could skip out on that, because it's going to be a lengthy cutscene. Well, relatively lengthy compared to what we've done so far. And we could go and work on our role quests, because they're worth some EXP. So let's start with the healer ones. And that will take us back to the Crystarium. And we will get all of the role quests done in the time we have remaining. We got like, you know, like 20 minutes tops. Probably closer to 18 or 19. There isn't really a good spot to stop and do the role quests. Like, I guess the best place I could have stopped without, like, I don't know, killing the momentum of the story would have been when they told me to go rest in the inn room. I could have, you know, just gone off to do my own adventuring or whatever. But, you know, that doesn't really make any more sense than running off and doing it right now, so it's kind of whatever. Scientific method, huh? Are you sure you're not just drunk? Nope. Okay. Mordsuk, huh? Well, maybe we'll get to see some of the Yulmorans doing some sort of shit or something. And now we'll switch over to the Dragoon to talk to this Billy boy here. I wouldn't really call you a bosom companion, chum. So he wants us to go to Pelusia. That's all well and good. Actually, I think let's switch to Red Mage real quick so we can pick up the caster one in Mordsuk. See, there's a bit of overlap here for these, which is kind of nice. At least save us the trouble of unlocking them. Echoes of the past. It's a quest we want. No memory, huh? Tainor, huh? Eats my half-hour cooking with a smile and nary a word of complaint. And I reckon he's hurting inside and badly. We must reunite him with his parents with all due speed. I guess Sarek hasn't yet considered the fact that possibly his chillin' there is, you know, Tainor there doesn't have any parents anymore because they died 100 years ago or something. Yep, that was me. Remarkable command of magical arts, huh? We could say don't be ridiculous, but we're gonna go if you'd be surprised, because Clyde did. Okay. Let's switch over to Astrologian and get another cutscene with Guyot, or Giat, or Giat. Heh. Uncontrollably jealous. Dwarves get fiercer the more they drink. Fuels the fire within, huh? Okay, where did Guyette run off to? Oh, I'm supposed to... Yeah, sure, why not? You hold your nose and gulp down the remaining liquid. At first you taste only acrid water that you suspect has been sullied by Yarzons, but then you note the aftertaste. It's the flavor of burning flesh, with a hint of feet. Of all non-ward customers, only you and the dwarf ever drink so much. Woo-wee! Okay, well, I guess we'll switch back to Red Mage real quick. I never did these in tandem, so I didn't realize they were going to be in tandem like this. So, sorry if it's a little confusing. But we might as well, you know. I doubt it's gonna be him. Well, I know it's not gonna be him actually, but you know. Man, these really are in tandem. Healer and casters. Pretty much the same thing, except healers can heal for some reason, and the damage dealers can't. Not with the power of tradition and alcohol on my side. I drink a lot, I kill stuff. You have to admit, that's an effective strategy. Okay. Too much thinking, not enough drinking. To the Crystarium! Very well. Well, that would be the level 74 healer quest. To the inn at Journey's Head. Yep, yeehaw. Well, damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you hadn't, he might have resented you for it. I don't really like either of those options. Had a quarrel, huh? It'd be nice if we could at least see like some Mulemoran airships in this area or something, like in the sky at this point. Because we're not supposed to be over in the eastern half, remember? So. But, well. Final Fantasy XIV has always relied on the player motivation to, you know, for you to not see like holes in the world and whatnot in regards to like that sort of thing. Echo vision time? Yep. Niallbert, huh? That's the name of the Black Mage from Ardbert's company. Or at least his name as far as Shadowbringers is concerned. Alright, well, the video's going to end within like the next couple of minutes, so thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Supposedly saying that will get your videos to be favored by the almighty algorithm. But, well, it's not really that important to me.